Believed to have been formed by falling meteorites some 1.2 million years ago, Lake Bosomtwe measures about 8 kilometers in diameter, covering a surface area of about 52 square kilometers. But over time, the lake has seen its depth decrease from 800 meters to 78 meters maximum, with the surface area reduced from 52 kilometers in 1986 to 46 kilometers in 2020. Scientists from the University of Energy and Natural Resources, the University of Ghana, and 2 other foreign institutions supported by Danish Development Agency, DANIDA, have spent 20 years researching development on the lake. The Building Resilience of Lake Bosomtwe to Climate Change RELAP project also discovered fish stocks have, over the years, reduced, resulting in few catches for communities along the lake whose mainstay is fishing. This development is blamed on the impact of climate change and human activities such as harmful farming practices and human settlement developments. Dr. Peter Sanford, the project coordinator, is shocked to see the lake recede more than 10 meters in less than 5 months.
In November, I visited this same site for some field work, and all this area was covered by water. All this area was covered by water. We did some sampling here. They were covered by water. This platform, this wooden platform, was in the water. But in 5 months, all this water is gone.
Traditional authorities who attended a meeting with scientists were shocked to learn the recession of the lake. Benkumhene of Obo, one of the 22 communities surrounding Lake Bosomtwe, put the recession of the lake partly at the doorstep of some traditional leaders and residents in catchment. Nana Adomako Pemsain, who is equally surprised at the rate of recession of the lake, believes destruction of buffer zones by private developers in the name of development and practices by residents which until now were banned are to be blamed.
Growing up around the lake, there were no that development around the lake. You could see only 2 or 3 hotels around probably all the 22 communities surrounding the lake. So all these areas were forest. People were not doing farming and all that. We were doing farming on the hills, on the mountains. But these days, you could see a whole lot of development going on around the shores of the lake, which was not like that. So these forests that were protecting the lake are gone.
Speaking at a dissemination meeting of the project for authorities from Bosomtwe and Bosomefreho, Dr. Sanford said it is time for Asantehene Otumfuo Osei Tutu II to declare a state of emergency to put a halt to human activities that endanger Lake Bosomtwe.
If you look at the repercussions of climate change, how rapidly the lake is receding, how distressed the local communities are and are struggling to cope with the worsening situation through indiscriminate land use practices, intensification of agriculture, indiscriminate building activities, and non-compliance to bylaws and laws. You can clearly see that the lake is heading towards a collapse. And so as a national asset, and also a lake that is important to the Ashanti people, just like Galamsey and any other environmental problems that the nation is grappling with, I think that we need to extend that same level of seriousness to the lake. And that is why in my remarks, I made a call for His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu to consider declaring a state of emergency over Lake Bosomtwe, so that we can bring all stakeholders on board to take a radical action to address the complexity and gravity of issues within the Lake Bosomtwe watershed.
The RELAB project is based on Goal 2 of the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. It envisions the world could end hunger whilst achieving food security, improving nutrition, and promoting agriculture. Ohim Interior's report read to you.